Hey, yo, what's up, YouTube? Knox Vegas Reptiles coming at you with another video. A few things on the agenda. I want to talk about my thoughts on the terrible, devastating news on Brian Barzcyk, and also my thoughts on the disgusting behavior of the Florida wildlife officers that raided that one shop. And then we saw those horrifying videos all over Instagram. I think it was Tiki that posted a majority of them. So shout out to Tiki for getting the word out, all that. And then also on the agenda, going to talk about what's coming up in the next couple videos, what I've got planned, etc. So, let's start with the first bit of bad news. It's definitely not been a good start to spring for the reptile community. Brian Barzcyk, unfortunately, has been diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer. Y'all know that I'm a fan. I started watching Brian in 2015 when me and my husband got together. Really was the inspiration for me starting this channel up. Whenever we started getting into breeding reptiles and keeping reptiles, that's what made me want to get this channel going, getting the word out, showing how awesome these animals are, and, spreading that message of positivity. But it is definitely devastating news. I'm sure there's some nasty people out there on the internet that, the internet trolls that wanted to trash him, a couple years ago and everything, that still don't care. Regardless what you think about him, he's still a human being, and no human being deserves to go through this. I've had a couple of people very close to me die of cancer. One, it took a very long time. Had to sit there and watch her wither away and suffer for quite a while. So cancer is definitely something kind of personal in my family, in my life. Brian is a very positive person, and attitude has a huge part of it. So, got that going for him. Brian, Lori, Noah, if y'all are watching this, prayers to you guys. We're here to support you. We need to lift each other up in the reptile community, like, not trash people, because you don't know what's going on in that person's life, and you don't know what's gonna happen to them in the future. Is what I would say to those internet trolls. But my prayers are going out to the entire Barzcyk family, that Brian pulls through this. I believe if anybody can, he can. But before I get too teary-eyed, misty-eyed on that, let's talk about the wildlife officers down in Florida. So there was a viral video that I personally saw plastered all over Instagram, but it was also all over Facebook, everywhere, YouTube, of these wildlife officers. That like they did some kind of raid, and there was a pregnant boa that was still alive. Very heavily pregnant boa still alive, and they noticed she was still alive, and they kill her. Step on her, stomp on her. The most disgusting, horrifying video to watch. You see stuff like that, share, please share. Another thing you can do to prevent this kind of thing, do your research before you get a new reptile that you have never had, or don't know anything about, don't have any experience with. If that is the case, do your research, do your research, do your research, do your research on how big that animal gets, how large of an enclosure they're going to get, how much it's going to cost to feed that animal, just your local laws, like do your research. That is a big part of why we as reptile breeders or just reptile pet owners in general get a bad reputation, bad name, is people being irresponsible and, you know, living with a Burmese in a studio apartment, or, you know, releasing these animals when they get too big because they didn't do their research. Like, oh, what a cute little baby snake. Well, it turned out the baby retic, and it gets, you know, like 12 to 15 feet for a male, up to 27 or more feet for a female. So again, research. Research their attitude, you know, their food, everything, and then gauge whether or not you're able to properly care for that animal. And if you get in a spot where you can no longer take care of the animal, which happens sometimes, you get it, you're in a good place, you're in a great position to take care of it, and then you cannot take care of it anymore. Something like that happens, find it a good home with somebody that will take care of it. Don't just like release it if you're in an area like Florida where it will survive. So, and just, you know, homemade enclosures are fine. We've totally done homemade enclosures. Our racks are homemade, you know, like, that's cool. Nothing wrong with that. But again, do your research before you do a homemade enclosure. Make sure it's sturdy. Make sure your animal's secure. You know, they're not going to get out. It'll make life a whole lot better and a whole lot easier for those of us that want to keep reptiles as pets or want to breed reptiles. Because that's where the bad reputation comes from, is the ones that escape. So, public service announcement, be responsible with your animals. If you see videos like the video that Tiki shared of the wildlife officers down in Florida, share it on all your social media. Please share, like, get it as much attention as possible. Because the more people that know, the more backlash those officers are going to get, and hopefully be reprimanded. And also hopefully other police department, or not police departments, but other warden agencies will see those videos and say, oh, okay, we need to sit and have a talk with our wildlife officers too, make sure they're not being too gun-ho, etc. So education, both on the, you know, on our end as reptile breeders, reptile keepers, and also on wildlife agencies. Anyways, and another way you can help too is donate to ARC. You know, donate. If you want to, you know, sorry, I was trying to adjust this real quick. If you want to, I mean, sign up to, you know, get your reptiles certified to take it to schools. Spread that education, you know, teach people that they're not all big and bad and terrible. They're not all scary and, you know, they're not mindless, cold-blooded killers, I guess, the way some people think they are. But those are, you know, different things you can do. Spread the word, you know, share. Donate to ARC and other, you know, other organizations that are similar. And just be responsible. Just be a responsible pet owner. That's all you got to do. And I promise you, we will get through this, guys. Things will get better. I mean, with the way the world is, you know, and a lot more people are living in smaller spaces, reptiles are kind of becoming more and more popular. So a lot more people are saying that they actually do make good pets. But that being said, let's talk about what's coming up on the agenda. So I posted on Instagram and Snapchat. We did get a banner. Okay, so if you haven't looked at that yet, go check that out. We did get a banner for our booth so we can start doing shows. So hopefully, I keep saying this, I feel like I've said this till I'm blue in the face, but we'll be hopefully doing our first show here in fall. We were hoping to back in spring, and just a lot going on, one thing after another really, so hopefully fall will be our first show. If not, definitely beginning of next year for sure. Also got some other exciting news. I can't tell y'all yet because I don't want to jinx it, but well, I can't tell y'all details yet because I don't want to jinx it. We may not be getting a bigger place, so more to come on that if that works out. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Again, I'm not even going to pack anything until I got keys in my hand. I'm not going to post anything about it until I got keys in hand, because I do not want to jinx this. Where we had 2 or 3 fall through already last year. So, but trust me, the second I find out what's going on, the second I have keys and I find out it's a done deal, 100% thing, you all will be the first ones to know, other than my immediate family. So, well, immediate friends and family. So, yeah. And I will definitely do a tour of the new place itself and our new reptile room. Both. So, fingers crossed on that. The other thing, I feel like I've done this wherever I've been speech a billion times on this channel now, but I am slowly getting to a place where, yeah, I'm finally getting a routine. I'm finally getting some structure worked in. Things have been kind of chaotic ever since I finished up school. The schedule's changed a couple times at work since then. He's changed Dustin's changed jobs a couple times since then. Things have just been a little chaotic, but I think I finally got everything settled into a routine. That being said, we got a new family member. So that'll be in an upcoming video. I'm going to introduce her. My original plan was to introduce her in this video, but I felt that would be highly inappropriate given, the sad news that we were discussing at the beginning of this video. I wanted to address that first and, save the happy, peppy stuff for the next video. But anyways, we got a puppy. So she was a birthday present from my uncle, so I will be introducing her to in the next video, and just giving some tips, for anybody else wanting to get a new puppy, just giving some tips, sharing some of my favorite products, treats, stuff that I've gotten for her so far. So stay tuned for that. But yeah. So until next time, y'all, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell so you get notified when I upload new videos. And I will see you next time.